Trentino.
I'm the fucking man. I'm the fucking man. I'm the fucking man. I'm the fucking man. Y'all don't get it, do you? I'm the fucking man. I'm the fucking man. Y'all don't get it, do you? I'm the fucking man. I'm that fucking man. Y'all don't get it, do you? I'm the fucking man. I'm that fucking man. Y'all don't get it, do you? I'm the fucking man. I'm the fucking man. I'm the fucking man.
Hey guys, Andy Segas here, broadcasting live from Canine Athletes Headquarters. Going to do a little podcast here. We've got a few special guests. Matt Martin from Massachusetts, Glenn Adams from West Bumfuck. Got a few other special guests coming in throughout the night scheduled. So we'll jump right into this here. We're going to name, I'm going to name my top 5 ADBA Show Dogs of the year. Obviously, I'm a little biased, but I'm ranking Lucho number 1. His 13 cups don't lie.
You're such a hack.
My number 2
You
dog.
can't pick your own dog for number 1.
Well, I mean, come on. He's off sniper.
Oh.
My number 2 dog is Beef from out west. Beast of a dog. Love him. I'm going with Rowdy and Gretchen tied for 3rd. They're interchangeable to me. I like Gretchen a little better, but both are great dogs that didn't get showed enough last year, but did a lot of damage when they were out there. I'm gonna throw a sleeper in there for number 5. This might surprise some people, but I think that dog Glenn's got, Joe Diffie, is a beast. When he's showing, when he's on, that dog is top of the food chain. When he's on, you know, Glenn has trouble handling him sometimes, so whenever he loses, it's Glenn's fault. Matt, what are you thinking?
You're a dick, honestly, because I threw my phone. That was what that thumb was, and we're pretty close, actually. I'm gonna pick Luch for number 1 because he's my homie, but you're completely wrong on the other 2. Gretchen's number 2.
Okay.
Gretchen's better than Rowdy and Beef.
No kidding. Okay.
But then it's Rowdy, then Beef, and then Diff. I got mad.
Rowdy over Beef. Okay.
Diffie, top 5.
The thing is, Diffie shows like shit sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But when he shows,
When he's on, he can
boy.
compete with anybody when he's on.
I agree. He could hang with any one of those other 4 on any day, but I think Gretch is better than Beef and Rowdy.
She's a nice bitch.
Sexy lady.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite female on the circuit. Nothing even comes close, actually.
Got a little collaboration working with that one too.
Secrets out?
Yeah, coming soon. Glenn, let's hear your top 5.
Come on.
Zip lip.
My top 5's a tough one. Probably won't be much different than these guys, but I guess maybe for different reasons.
She's like a fucking sour sack.
Liven up. For those of you that don't know, I mean, you guys don't know how our day went prior to this, but Glenn had a little food allergy earlier, so he's a little under the weather. He's livening back up, but he's been back and forth to the bathroom about 50 times a day, so he's a little dehydrated. But we've got him on some rum and coke right now, so he's feeling a lot better.
51.
Honestly, I think Glenn's allergic to the hood. When we get to the hood, we go to the hood and Glenn gets all sick and has to bail.
Yeah, we spent a little time in downtown Rochester with the the bulldog men down there, and spent a lot of time sitting around in a dark room watching a little 22-inch TV, talking a bunch of nothing.
Kicking gangster with a bunch of bulldogs, man.
Yeah, so. But we got him out of there, back home, we fed him again, and he's feeling better. So Glenn, let's hear that top 5.
Feeling much better. Again, completely probably biased, but maybe not. 13 cups, grand champion Lucho. Clearly number 1, no doubt. Dog's got everything.
So serious.
Dog's got everything. Dog shows immaculate. No dog can show like Lucho, and I'm gonna say no dog probably ever has shown as good as Lucho has. Once in a lifetime dog, if you're lucky. Number 2, I go Grand Champion Beef, like Andy said. Out in Utah, Marcos does a great job with that dog. Dog, nice, thick, put together well, great attitude. Always has him in nice shape. Dog, top notch, real top notch. Number 3, that's really going to be a tough one for me.
Come on, spit it out, you loser.
I don't know.
Maybe you only have. Maybe there's only 2.
I
Or
mean,
you're just completely biased.
I don't know. I'm really shocked right
It's
now.
okay if it's tied 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Name your next, 3. You got 3 or no?
Man, I just don't have much going on.
This was part of your homework assignment. Too.
Yeah,
I know,
that's
I
right. I got everything.
You're letting us down here.
I didn't do any part of my homework assignment.
Come on. I mean, look at up
but-
into the fall.
I'm just not in love with any of the other.
Matt,
Come
throw out
on,
some
what
names
about
to the
What
rankings.
Jackie Flash. Come on, she's probably gonna end up number 1. What are you
Number
gonna say?
number 1 for the year. You know?
She's gonna be number 1. That bitch fucking cleaned up. She fucking
Cleaned
showed
up,
everywhere.
went to a lot of shows. Nice square little bitch. John does a great job handling her.
Oh, that's it.
Won nationals with her. I mean,
I don't know. I like that dog. I like that she's a little fucking athlete.
yeah,
fucking-
jump 13 feet.
Not many dogs. Reason I like that dog is he fucking does shit with her. Everybody else is out there fucking. My dog's prettier than yours, beauty pageant. He's actually out doing the athletic events.
Weight pulling.
Weight pulling, he does it all with that dog.
Does all the top dog events.
I mean, I don't think she's the best out there. Like I said, I already said Gretchen's my favorite bitch on the circuit. But that dog's a super fucking athlete. She looks nice.
Yep.
He always comes in correct. I don't know. Nice little dog, for sure.
No, Gretchen would probably be my. She'd be my strong number 3, I guess. I really like her. She's a real manly bitch.
Yeah, she is.
Something about her, and she's out there firing, loving life. And she's out there in the show ring. And too bad she didn't get shown much this year.
Yeah, that's definitely a shame.
I definitely think, you know,
What about
Rowdy's a great dog, but I don't think Rowdy can hold the candle quite to Gretchen personally.
I agree, but he's still awesome.
Great dog, yes, great dog. Just
What do we got? Stymie. Come on. Andy.
nice big conformationally
Yeah.
correct dog. Nice attitude on him. She does a great job handling him.
I like Stymie. He's not top 5. He's top 10 to me. He's definitely, every time he's in the ring, he's a threat.
He's top 10, yeah.
No question.
No question.
He's a nice dog.
I mean, it's crazy that we're still even talking about this litter, but you don't see too much of them. But what about Texas Pete?
I mean, pretty incredible that litter pup set. That Stony bred.
My problem with Texas Pete, he's a great conformation dog, but I think he should be in better shape. He seems to always blow hot in the ring, and he's flat by the time the judge gets to him a lot of times. The few times that I've seen him show, he just seems to run hot, and, you know, when he's on, the dog's freaking tough, but I keep seeing him flat in the champion class like he's tired. And I don't know if that's conditioning or a lack of wind or what it is, but that's my only issue that I've seen when I'm out there competing against him.
All right. I can finish up my. At least I get to my top 4 here. I don't know. Other guys might disagree, but this dog that came in number 2 probably this year, likely white dog, Jack B. Quick, Terry Lester Grossones. Dogs put together real well. You take an outline of confirmation standard, you placed over a good picture of that dog, you're going to be pretty spot on. He's a real nice looking dog.
All right, then I mean that goes into
not in love with him, but he'd be my top 4 confirmation champion.
This is perfect. That to me, that dog is money. But to me, in this, I mean, call me crazy, but that looks like a show dog.
Yep.
Like,
but confirmation
But
show.
completely correct. I mean, that dog's put together fucking nice. But like, there's a lot of these dogs that are popping up now, and I think this is a good subject that we can, start turning into. Is what are these dogs becoming? I mean, that dog's obviously got some attitude, and it's obviously a pit bull dog, no question. But show dogs versus bulldogs. I mean, it's going to be a touchy subject, but
Yeah, there's definitely a difference.
I mean, you can see the difference. I mean, I'm not saying these people should be out there doing anything illegal or anything like that, but it seemed like these dogs are coming from a different strain of animals. I don't know what
Yeah,
you think.
go ahead. Well, it's kind of like that old saying where, if you don't use it, you lose it. And generation after generation of breeding dogs that are bred strictly for the show ring without proving their worth anywhere else, working, you start to lose those attributes. You get what I like to call a shell of a dog. You get this dog that looks what it's supposed to look like, and even in a lot of instances acts the way it's supposed to act like in the ring. But when you live these dogs, when you're around these dogs 24/7 nonstop for 20 years or more, a dog. You got a pretty good understanding of these dogs, and you kind of get an idea of which dogs mean what they're saying and which dogs are just doing what they're supposed to be doing out there. And I think 75 to 80% of these dogs we're seeing in these show rings are shells of what a real dog's supposed to be. They're not the actual real thing.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a bad thing because we're losing. I always say that these dogs are an endangered species. The true game dog, the true real game dog, American Pit Bull Terrier that our forefathers developed and bred and used, we're losing that. The ADBA shows are a great thing for us. But at the same time, we're starting to lose the real bulldog. And that's my worry.
Well, what do you think we could do to fix that? I mean, obviously, going back to our heritage is not really acceptable nowadays. And
Right.
I mean, that's a fine line, really.
Yeah, it's a very fine line. One of the great things the ADBA is doing is starting, this top dog thing, where we're able to use our dogs in athletic events and show their athletic prowess. And if you look, just quickly take a look at the top 10 dogs on that list or something. How many of those dogs are even doing any top dog or kicking ass at top dog?
Jackie Flash.
Jackie Flash is crushing it, and
Lucho.
Lucho.
Yeah,
That's
it.
it.
These top dogs now, it's not all about conformation anymore. Let's see these athletes. Let's see these dogs actually do something athletic. Not taking anything away from Beef or Rowdy. Not saying they can't do it, but let's see them do it.
I'd fucking love to see it.
Yeah, it's a lot more exciting than standing in the ring watching them bark. And it gives these dogs a little more merit. In my
Very, very good.
You got 5-6 generations of dogs that have not had their merit tested, not been used for anything except for show, and have strictly only been bred for conformation standard. You're going to lose something in a working breed.
It's inevitable.
These dogs' job is not to sit pretty in a show ring and bark at the end of a week. These dogs were bred for fighting. That's it. Clear cut, nothing else. I feel like a lot of these winning show dogs you see, and these dogs have been bred for show. Yeah, they might be nice conformationally. They might have a little bit of attitude, but we know it's not serious, and you can really tell the difference in the look of the dog. It's just something I guess you eventually learn an eye for, that these dogs that are bred for show just end up having a different bit of look about them. I don't know if it's an edge, or you can basically see the spirit of the dog just isn't what the bulldog should be.
All right, well, let's call out some dogs. Tell me a dog that fits that description for you.
I like Grand Champion Lucho. Fits the bill for me. Dog is serious. Even when that dog's first show, 2012 in North Carolina.
All right, listen. No, I'm
11 months old.
not to try to cut you off here. We understand that Lucho acts and looks and maybe that
Oh, you talking
description. I want
the other way?
who's that shell of a dog?
Who's the shell of a dog?
Shell of a dog. in the ring talking shit. You know that dog ain't doing nothing when business comes. Wow, that's a lot. You know, just let it go.
I just really can't.
Come on, let it go.
I have to say, a shell of a dog to me would be grand champion. Super shell of a dog.
Dropping bombs.
But I would agree with it.
100%.
Yeah, I'm with you.
A dog, great looking dog. You know, obviously past prime now. Had a great show career there, and great owners.
Very well built.
Wonderful dog. You know. Wonderful job with that dog. Great guy too. He's helped all the clubs, but just something about that dog. You know, great built dog. Yeah, he should win confirmation shows. But when I look at that dog, I just don't see the true spirit and heritage of the American Pit Bull Terrier. He just doesn't have that look. Doesn't have that spunk. Not something I'd be interested in. Not something. But then we get dogs. Now we have a whole generation after generation of dogs that have the pedigrees that are going to get inbred on this dog, inbred on these dogs. It's just heading in the wrong direction.
What? Give me a solution. How do we fix this? Or can we fix this? I mean, because in all honesty, these are the people that make our clubs possible. These are what make this completely legal activity and positive thing for our breed and puts our breed in a positive light.
Stop breeding dogs because they simply make ADBA champion. That would be so many people, you know. All right, say maybe these top shelf show dogs. There's gonna be people that want to use their dogs in a legal way. So maybe these top tier show dogs, people can breed these show dogs. All right, big deal. But they're just setting a bad example for so many other people. All these newcomers, all these people that don't know a shit, are just breeding their dogs strictly because they're making ADBA champion, because they're looking at other people that are doing the same exact thing. And we're just getting average dogs to average dogs, or in most cases, below average dogs to below average dogs. We're just going to have more below average dogs, more shell of dogs in the show ring for the future to come. And it's almost becoming heartbreaking seeing some of these dogs repeatedly get champion cups. Even a female this year that came. I look at that dog as a great athlete, pretty good looking dog, shell of a dog. She's barking out there, she don't mean it.
Oh, Andy.
Dropping bombs. I love it.
Is our guest here yet?
No, guess not here though. But you know what Glenn's saying is true. We all got to keep in mind that some people have these dogs for different reasons, though. You know, and that's true. And what Glenn's saying though, they shouldn't really be breeding these dogs unless they're exceptional. And honestly, there's few of the dogs out there in the circuit are exceptional, and they're getting bred. And, you know.
But I mean, a perfect example. I mean, have you seen the female champion class?
Exactly. It's perfect.
Flat.
There's nothing. Anybody that class besides Jackie, and let's be honest, she hit every show. I mean, the competition wasn't that good, and she hit every show. That's why she ranked so high. Like you said, she's a great athlete. She's an awesome dog, but it's the female champion class. There's very little competition there.
You know what I'm gonna throw out there? And this I know is one of Glenn's favorites. It may be his favorite. Glenn, you know who I'm talking about?
Not.
You do. Miss. What's your feelings?
How would you talk about it first?
I like. She's okay. I think it goes back to that whole female champion class. She's okay in a subpar, female champion class.
Yeah, but we have sat down with multiple judges, not just a couple, handful of judges that love Erica. This is delicious, but love her. They absolutely love her.
Yeah.
They can't praise her enough. I mean, what do you attribute that to? I mean, do you think she's anything that amazing?
She's not amazing. She's above average in this weak female champion class. To me, she's another shell of a dog, shell of a true American Pit Bull Terrier. I mean, we're going to piss people off here, but that's what we're here for. We're telling people the way it is. and she's nothing special at all. Like,
I mean, her owner is an awesome person,
yeah,
and really is exactly what we need in these dogs. I mean, she makes it okay to have these dogs, like a normal woman that just, you know, puts these dogs in a good light and, you know, shows the positive side of these animals, but you know that dog's gonna get bred fucking 10 times over its life, and,
Right.
and it's just gonna flood the one ad with fucking
Right.
subpar piece of shit dogs that it is what it is.
that's kind of the problem, you know, that like with a lot of these people that don't know what a real dog is. So they're basing, you know, their breeding decisions and their dog's worth based on their wins in the ADBA show circuit. When, you know, the problem with that is, you know, you end up, you know, she's going to be thinking she's doing awesome. She's making awesome breedings with an awesome dog, but in all reality,
It's not a working dog.
that dog would
That is not
never
best to
hold
best.
up. And, you know, Maurice Carver would never breed that dog. Well, you know, who knows? I doubt it. I doubt that dog's going to make it, you know. It's through the rigors of what a real game dog is supposed to go through to earn their right to be bred.
But how do we can sit here and discuss this, but how do we even propose where you can even fix a situation like this? Like, you have these people that are embedded in the show scene that are going to continue to keep showing their dogs, hopefully.
Yeah, we need
And-
them to. The thing is, we need them
And
to.
they need to own dogs. And, you know, 98% of these people don't want to get involved in doing the dirty work, which is a federal law.
Well, I mean, there's
not to
other
do.
ways. I mean,
I mean, how we truly, like, yeah, top dog athletic events, but that doesn't show the true grit of an American Pit Bull Terrier. So how do we even begin to propose? Because people are just going to keep breeding their lousy shells of dogs because they won a couple best in shows at an ADBA pointed show. Big deal. How do you propose it?
I don't know. All my dogs are fucking ugly.
That's true.
I mean,
He's
What?
got some ugly dogs over there, but that's
yeah,
alright.
but the thing is, I'm okay with it.
yeah. Well, you're not. Yeah. Right.
Did I breed my dogs
And that's the thing. The ADBA show ring is secondary
completely?
to me, obviously to you. You know,
The
if
thing is, I love it.
if
I
we've
mean,
got a dog that can kick ass at the shows, that's great. You know, that's icing on the cake. But at the end of the day, I could care less if my dog wins or loses. Obviously, I want to win. I'm a competitor, but I'm not breeding my dogs for that.
No, never have, never will.
You know, I mean,
And the thing is, I don't even consider myself a breeder. But the handful of breedings that I've done, I've made them, you know, I bred the type.
right.
Type is number one.
Dogs that have earned the right to be bred. Not bred based on the way they were bred. Not bred because they won some, you know, ADBA shows. Not bred because they, you know.
And I bring some ugly motherfuckers to these shows. And I'm okay with it. Because
Yeah.
you know what? That wasn't the reason they were bred.
Right.
Their parents weren't bred because they're beauty pageant winners.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I like to do to have fun, go meet, hang out with my friends. And for all you people out there, Erica made this bomb-ass strawberry shortcake. Homemade whipped cream, homemade biscuits. I wish,
Shortbread.
Just for you, honey.
oh, fucking bomb.
That's why you guys got to get an Italian girl.
Those Ginzo broads are hairy.
Matt's got one.
Sure.
Jackie's
Sure.
Italian, ain't she?
Yeah.
I'm pretty hairy.
But
I just keep it under control.
Glenn's sipping on rum and coke. I've got some Vino Rosso, and some limoncello we're sipping on here.
I got gas.
You guys are,
I still have diarrhea from earlier.
you guys are all invited to the next podcast.
Yeah, where's our special guest?
We've got one walking in right now. He's on the phone though. Better late than never. Big J. What's up, homie?
Big J in the house!
Y'all fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I would like to say, thank you.
Okay, I'll drink to that.
And
For what?
Salud.
for being givers.
Oh,
For being givers in
I'll
the
drink to
game.
that.
For being for people who I'm more of talking about we had a conversation back at the other house before we came here.
And I posed a question to a guy, because I was asking him in terms of the game, is he a giver or a taker? And that
that's
led
a
to
great-
a whole debate. Yeah, is he a giver? Because what happened was the little female, he asked, how did I plan, or did I have any plans on breeding them? And if so, how?
The bandit sister tonight?
Yeah. So, I mean, I thought that was a little premature. But I'm saying, what about Diamond, which is his? Do you have any plans of breeding her? And if so, how? Okay. It
Basically, are you gonna ever
He's
put
been a recipient
in
this whole entire time. Recipient.
and there's places for that too, but everybody can't just be recipients all the time, because if nobody's putting nothing back, then
If
what do you got?
everybody's making withdrawals and they're not making deposits, then what's going to happen? Bankruptcy.
That's a great way to put it. Yeah. Gotta give back to the game.
Right, to the game.
To the game.
So, but he wanted to, which
Try to figure out ways.
I can understand what he was saying, because he was saying, in essence, everyone is a giver and a taker. But I'm not talking about an individual act. That's like a person eating healthy 5 days out of the week and eating unhealthy 2 days out of the week. Well, those 2 days don't dictate whether or not that person eats unhealthy. You know what I'm
The
saying?
majority of the time, you're
The majority, right. And that's what we were trying to say.
We feed people over here, so
Yeah.
podcast, we're throwing down some food at the same time.
Yo, but basically, you gotta give it for more than one reason, but basically one of the main reasons is, put a line that you've been keeping alive and working with, and actually adding to it.
Well, and believing in it and actually wanting to improve it, and do what's right for you and your dogs and all your buddies.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Generation after generation.
Things are not going to improve if you're not going to
And opening up other channels.
be open-minded to different scenarios.
Well, yeah, and when I say that, I mean, like, probably would have really been on the dog show and stuff like that, which is going to be a help to us owning these animals and being in the game. You know what I'm saying? Using it to, and showing the animals in such a positive light. Another way to show them in such a positive light, is a breed that's hated so much by so many people on their ignorance. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, to go on that a little bit, like when I've been in my place for maybe a year and a half now. I mean, that first year, the HPCA comes knocking at the door.
Yep.
What's going on here? Why you have all these dogs tethered out back, this and that? Oh, I run the New England American Pit Bull Terrier Club. Oh, really? You have a Facebook page or something? Yeah, here, come to our show, check it out.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, that's like, I don't think your dogs are too skinny. They look like they're in great shape. The house is, nice, all this stuff.
All right, thank you.
Give me a
But-
little bit.
All right, thank
Instantly, attitudes change like that. Like they see that you're actually doing something positive and you're not just some ass.
You got a reason to have the dog,
Yeah,
and that's
exactly.
one of the biggest benefits of these ADBA shows. It gives you a reason to own multiple American Pit Bull Terriers, which society says are fucked up dogs that suck and they want to bite everybody and kill everything. And you've got how many of them in your backyard? You're a dog fighter. Well, actually, I show my dogs and I breed them and I go to ADBA shows and I win trophies.
I feel
Yeah.
mine too, and I want trophies too.
That's right.
So like we were discussing earlier, these dog show folks with their show dogs, strictly bred for show, are they really that bad? No, for the breed we love, if they're the only reason this positive light is getting shown upon our breed, essentially.
They're good for it, but these guys got to stop overbreeding them, which is happening. Look at it. We're all on Facebook. We see these freaking breedings going on every day. These crabs. They got no business being bred.
Thank you.
And you're not on Facebook, but
Dog show
You're a
folks,
smart
big
man.
dog man.
they're just fooling themselves. But at the same time, they're kind of making it easier for us in terms of winning. Not to toot our own horn, but these real dogs that we're coming in with, we're wrecking shop fast early. We just started this dog show stuff, and these guys, we're just killing them.
Let me ask you a question.
It's because these dogs are real game dogs with conformation, with athleticism. These shells of these dogs can't hold a torch to them.
So, the ADBA gives you a standard to go by. So that's just a framework. What about personal standard?
As far as the judge's personal standard,
Well, no. In choosing which dogs you breed, which dogs you don't, which
What
dogs
dog
you
we gonna
show, which dogs you don't,
right?
which dogs do you have participate in walk climbing versus confirmation games.
Mm-hmm.
Personal standard. Yeah. How important is that in a breeding program?
Huge. It's everything, really. Yeah, I'm not going to breed my dog to the ADBA standard. I'm going to breed the dog to my standard.
So in your particular case, personal standard takes priority over the ADBA.
Absolutely. But
We touched on this briefly before you got
But
here.
when it comes to dog shows, you know what? I'm going to win some on the loose. My dogs are not beautiful. But you know what? I didn't breed my dogs to fit their standard perfectly. I recognized what I was lacking and what I needed and what I wanted, and I made those breed. I'm not breeding to make the perfect ADBA dog. This guy comes out of the left field with these bulldogs that are going to be perfectly correct in everything, and he's blowing the doors off these people.
And it's luck because I wasn't breeding for that. It just so happened that they had the conformation, they had the athleticism, the fireball. Lucho's a showman. He gets in the ring and he steps it up. He thinks he's in Madison Square Garden.
Right.
And I'll probably never get another Lucho again. But I got a Benny who's just a notch below him.
But he's still pretty
He's pretty fucking good. But again, that's a breeding that Jay made. Jay here from Rochester, Big Jay. Jay made this breeding. I didn't even want a puppy out of that litter. He paid the stud fee. I says, I don't know. That's okay. Keep him off. He insists I take one.
And he's a badass
Donnie makes sure I take one by calling me every week, repeating in my ear that I need one of these dogs. And you know what? These guys talked me into it. It's the best thing I've ever been talked into in my life.
Because how much do you love that dog?
The dog is this
Lord
way.
knows he's covered.
We're gonna see. But this dog is one of the best dogs I've ever had at this stage in his young life.
What is he, 15 months old now?
15 months old.
He's awesome. I mean, he's got a lot.
Incredible. He was not bred for this show ring. He comes into the show ring and wrecks it. He becomes a champion fast. A few months. He's placed in the champion class, and he wasn't bred for that. And he wasn't bred by someone who breeds for that, or even hardly ever even partakes in the ADBA show.
And he crushed it.
And he crushed it because a lot of these judges, they're seeing what we're talking about. These real dogs come in here that are built correctly, because he's built correctly. He's not perfect, but he's correct. And he's got that little something special, that showmanship, that, I mean what I'm saying.
Well, you can see that he's not just a shell of a dog.
Right.
You can look at him and, he means business.
Yeah. He's not out there barking the bark.
No, he's not.
That's what separates a good show dog from a great one in my eyes. There's a lot of good conformationally correct dogs that are nice dogs. They don't mean what they're out there barking because that's what
the other dogs are barking.
Yeah. They don't really want to do what they were intended to do when they were bred, when this breed was created 200 years ago or however long ago.
But there's a discrepancy amongst the judges because some
There
judges prefer.
Major discrepancy.
Major. And
And a bully show, so we can get his.
controversy.
Oh
I got
my God.
I got ratted on.
Got ratted on by rat,
Yep, ratted on me.
Snitch.
Called the ADBA.
pussy.
Pretty
Oh,
interesting.
well then.
Who the fuck does that anyway? Who calls up and rats you out to the ADBA? Yeah, sorry, my club's gonna succeed and yours isn't.
Rats do.
Fucking rat. Next
I don't
subject.
even know you do.
Fucking rat.
All right.
He called and ratted on you.
Yeah, he did. I give him a
That's
pass,
all the ADBA.
but he
Talk about
did.
rats?
Yeah, he ratted me out.
Yeah.
How'd you know?
Ah. Guy pisses me off.
Yeah, he's a tattletale. Yeah.
Who does
You
that?
want anything else?
You're
Chris?
It wasn't even an ADBA punch up.
No.
Sure?
Such a loser.
Good.
He'll eat good now. So Matt, let's since we got a little low here, could you for the people let them know what the difference between a dog show 10 is and a real real world 10?
This is so bad.
But it's so
bad.
great at the same time.
Alright, well, you have to start with what is a 10?
Okay.
We talking about dogs?
Girls.
No.
Oh.
Women.
Women. Erica, come over here. You want to come help us out with this?
No, without saying nothing nice.
What about the girl from the world? Wolf of Wall Street? What was she doing?
Oh, shit. She's a dog show 13.
I second that.
Donnie's with me on that one.
She's like a dog show 20.
Yeah.
13. Don't throw her down there.
No, I mean,
Yeah, I remember
with
when I was a
that,
kid, man.
it's always a +2.
Do you know what
That's-
Andy said he would do for her to see her naked?
I seen her
Number
naked
one.
in the movie.
Punch his nephew, his 2-year-old nephew. Actually, he was one at a time in the
Right,
face.
he said he was.
I would've let Enzo
Number
eat.
2,
cut off his fucking thumb.
he said he would
That's
cut
his
off his
nephew's
stomach
birthday
for
party.
that, and he would run over a person in a wheelchair with his car.
He told me he would consider letting her give him HIV.
I forgot about that one.
I said that. They got a cure for it, I'm sure. Magic beat it. I'd be like,
Yo, but to see all of them, fuck all that. I'm still stuck on him wanting to punch his nephew in the face. I was gonna kick him out my fucking car, man, and like
He got
West
mad.
Virginia, man. I'm like, how the fuck you wanna tell me you gonna punch your nephew? And he fucking this little cute little boy, man.
That kid's my
Punch him in the
homie.
fucking face,
Me and
man.
that kid bonded today.
Then he gonna tell me, well, you know, when he get older, he gonna understand. He see her, he understand.
No question, true. That kid would definitely understand.
That was crazy.
Moving on. Dog show.
Well, we didn't actually elaborate. +2. All right.
Yeah, it's always a +2.
alright, back to the topic.
Alright. Yeah, we can't dive into that too far. I don't want to hurt feelings too much.
We won't name names, but, you know, the dog show, the women on the dog show circuit are
The woman
below
who owns-
average.
The woman who owns.
Whoa!
You know.
Depends what you like.
Right. Well, okay, that's a good point. Depends on what you like.
Who owns Oh. She's a dog show 10.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's a dog show 10. Yeah, she's a dog show 10.
Yeah, no question.
I'll edit that out.
I won't. She's a dog show 10.
Now,
Even though I didn't know her name when she was like trying to get shit from me, I was like, that lady. I was like,
how,
I thought I was playing dumb. I was like, I just don't know about it.
it's like when you're in the gym, any girl working out's actually hotter while she's in the gym. She could be busted, but while you're in the gym, you got your testosterone going. They look better while they're in the gym.
Time, no.
No, not in New Year's time. Too big.
That way we still like Mark.
I know. You got the
Keep them
people
out.
coming in. The 300 pounds.
Donnie's looking at pictures of our dog show.
Yeah,
10.
that picture.
Has she been at the Jersey
In the
Show?
shorts. Oh, yeah.
Really?
Don't touch the screen.
Yeah. I probably already liked it anyway.
Double click it.
Don't do that. Ain't no like on there yet. I like it.
No.
It's a mad old picture. It's like
Oh, you didn't do it. Good.
You only single click it.
Oh, giving me anxiety.
Oh, man.
There's nothing worse than like a 2-year-old pig that's just go creeping through her pictures and like it.
I like this one. Oh, gee. That's all I want. Yeah, that one.
You never have a chance if they don't know you're interested.
I'm not interested. I'm married, right? I'm something. I'm
Soon to be.
I'm living with trying to stay out of trouble.
Listen, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. It's not like being married, man. You know, especially when you got a girlfriend, a young chick. Oh my, that's what I'm talking about.
Another story.
Yeah, the other
Let the cookies
motherfuckers
out.
was rags and
Relationships and
chicks
dogs.
was really forward.
Good topic.
No,
Kick it off.
I'm not good at that.
what's that?
Relationships and dogs. It's a tough one because, you know, A lot of women don't understand.
Well, from a man's point of view, a male point of view,
Right.
as long as they understand
Right.
that the dogs were here before they got here,
Right.
and the dogs will be here
After they go.
after they're gone. So
Literally.
enjoy the ride.
Very important to have a woman that is understanding,
Right.
supportive,
Uh-huh.
and
Just know that voice too, so
and
like,
that kind of minds their own business when it comes to the dog.
Really?
So it makes it a little bit easier.
Yes.
No emotional
Right.
attachments,
Yeah.
you know.
And one that's willing to give occasional pose for a picture with the dogs and happy holler.
every day is a game test.
Love it.
Amen.
And, I mean, a lot of times it's just like us. We don't feel that good that they are up to do something, but if we out here and we do it our hardest, we do it our best, no matter what. When it's called, we call it on to do it.
What's the
That's
definition
showing.
of gameness? If every day is a game test, what exactly are you testing?
Testing yourself, the will to live, the will to survive. To me, the definition of a game test is J. Dictionary. You look it up. Definition of game would be J.
JB.
That's what it is.
Got shot in the mouth. Couldn't stop him.
EAZ1@yahoo.com.
Boom.
Oh my lord. Okay.
He got killed every hair on his head.
Still coming.
Okay. Got it. Thanks.
But basically, no, all of us. I mean, basically, I don't care what it is that I want it to be game. You know what I mean? I want my wife to be game.
Let's talk about
My girlfriend to be game.
Jay. What comes first, gameness or ability?
Game is all game.
Why?
Why? Because
Dropping jewels for you right here.
to me, basically, game is all day. Game is before anything. What do we call this? A game dog.
Love it.
If I want the ability dog, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if I was
Okay.
ability dog. But
Right, but there has to be a compromise.
no, listen. There is no room for compromise. I understand what you're saying. I understand. Don't get me wrong. I understand what you're saying. Don't get me wrong. I want ability. I take some mouth. I take some whatever else comes. You know, other great things that belong. But basically, that's if I don't start there, I don't.
It's where everything comes from. That's what you start with.
Because everything else can be added to me. Anything else can be added. But
Right.
I think that it'll be harder
You want
to
ability?
add game.
Team sniper.
If you wanted to add game later, I think you're making a mistake. If you're trying to add it later.
Donnie, if you want ability, just come see Sniper. $1,000 stud fee.
Oh, that's it? That's it?
It's raising soon. Once Jay gets done with his pup.
I mean, any dog I breed to, I hope that they make me proud and I make them proud. We big thing, man. It's 2015. You know, I ain't seen most of these guys. Eric, I ain't seen you since last year.
She's probably doing the dishes last year too.
Last time I seen him, he was doing that.
Erica is bomb at dishes.
Alright.
Dog breeders versus dealers.
Oh, this is a good subject. We should hit on this. Well done. So, yeah, why don't we dive into that a little bit?
What are your thoughts on that? Yeah. You need a refresher, you remember?
No. Well, just my thoughts on peddling dogs versus breeding quality dogs in general. I'll give you that. So, perfect opportunity to throw in that quote from McCall. You guys remember that quote?
Mary McCall?
Yeah. That not everyone can breed good dogs. That's an art in itself. And the
Say
game
that
itself.
again.
Not everyone
This
can
needs to
breed
be, people need to hear this.
quality dogs. It's an art in itself. Many people have tried because it defies logic. Because it's not about individual selection. It's not about the individual merit. It's about mass production.
Would peddlers fall in line of takers from our breed? Wow.
I like it.
Where the hell did this guy
He's listening.
But you know what though? It's so funny.
Yeah.
And I can't believe that I'm gonna say this, right? A little bit. But yeah, he's right, they would. But I guess at the same time they would be doing it.
How so?
Basically because most peddlers are intelligent enough to try to breed to dog that is basically gonna sell. So if a dog ADBA maybe makes champion, or if a dog makes champion in a different realm of American Pit Bull, and a lot of people will breed to this dog. I mean, if the peddler goes and breeds to this dog, what people want, the name that people want.
There's different levels to this shit.
Yeah.
Right?
I would go as far to say that a lot of the people that are major breeders in our dogs were peddlers.
No question.
Influential breeders in our breed.
Because a lot of those guys adopted the thought that it's a game of numbers. So if I produce enough, something is going to work out.
Yeah.
And
Frisco?
in most cases, that has happened.
It's true.
No, but now that's what we're here for.
No, but now he has probably, if especially if all them dogs are, he's probably produced more dogs that getting good name, big.
Well, this is the opportunity for me just to say, not to discredit Frisco, but there were other snooty-based strains that I personally prefer.
Oh yeah, me too.
Like a spike dog and stuff like that.
But you've had personal
Hold on,
experience.
I don't think people heard that right there. What did you say again? Especially the what?
I just think that Frisco overshadowed these other strains, these other snooty strains that maybe percentage-wise were greater and better. But who am I to say? Because I'm not really a follower of those dogs, so I don't really know.
Me myself,
But I'm gonna tell you something.
Partial to the spike.
I do believe. Now, this is my criticism to Pep. I believe that there are far too many dogs out there, and I don't really believe that there's any need to mass produce across the line, any breed.
But I agree. That's what I was saying when I said it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not. I wouldn't be one. I wouldn't want.
But those guys that you're talking about, the guys that are breeding to the champions, to the high level dogs, those are the guys that are not necessarily hurting us. It's the guys that I have 2 dogs and I'm going to breed them and then sell them in the water.
Well, my dog has Shorty Cowboy and Pedigree.
But half the time they're breeding bitches that don't.
But what I'm trying to say is right. But that's what, and that's
a whole nother topic.
Right. And
how important is the dam? To me personally, the dam is as equally important as the sire. But a lot of people disagree.
We talked about this earlier, where he's got a super game male that'll never breed. But if she was a bitch, she'd probably get bred.
I would.
Why would you breed the super game now?
I don't know.
So many good males out there. So many good males that are accessible.
I mean, I'm not gonna. He's in my eyes.
Basically,
this dog. He's bred out the ass.
Fuck how he bred.
No.
Game is
listen. Here's the
like
deal.
You saying like how the idea that I'm getting from you guys. Boom, boom. Then it might be another dog. It might not be another dog can get pussy in my yard until he. Excuse me, Eric. There might be another dog that can't get coochie in my yard.
No, I'm hearing it.
In my yard,
But the thing is,
oyster or whatever you want to call it. In my
yard. You gotta take into
until,
consideration. I mean, I'm not a breeder, and I don't.
No, and I'm not, and I'm like that's how you apologize because I'm not trying to say what you're saying is wrong. I'm just giving my opinion like this right here because what I'm trying to say is, dang, if I right, and I'm gonna breed out.
Listen.
No, I'm not.
He's my Alex.
Right,
but the thing is,
I understand that.
He just goes.
Like
that might be the most valuable dog yet.
That's how I'm looking, and that's how I'm looking at it. But if you don't put that in, because
the thing is, I don't want to. I'm so nervous that that gameness trait I could probably pass on or whatever, but I don't want to pass on his ability. He's useless.
So breeding to a high ability bitch.
Thank you.
So you don't feel like the dam is
anything. I know.
Okay,
so why? But again, why do a lot of us, him especially, why do we hold that male in such high regard in, with the female. It's a 50-50. It's a male and a female. Why do we hold that male in such high regard where I want to breed to the aces?
Because it's easier to find a male that's open to stud, right? If you've got a bitch, you can go anywhere in the country and breed to a badass male. But as a bitch, no one's gonna let you breed your male to their bitch, and it's harder to do.
And this and that.
It's a lot harder to pull off.
That's
Right.
a
This
very,
dog
that's a very, very good way to explain it, and that's one way, a real good way to explain it. And basically, like you said, male chauvinist or whatever, but people use their males a lot more. So there's more male dogs getting matched. There's more male dogs getting used and shit like that too.
But getting back to this male, I want to ask you a question. Would you have another dog like him? Would you want another dog like him? Would you want another dog like him?
No.
And that's a question that you need to ask
So
yourself.
therefore, he serves no purpose.
Donnie taught me that from a long time
That's
ago.
the thing is, his heart is great, but there's zero chance he would win anything.
So you need more.
I need more.
You know what?
See, now that's just a difference. Now
I just disagree.
And that's what makes this game great.
No.
Not in a bad way when I say disagree.
Right.
I just disagree because
Well, you have your own philosophies and your whole.
Let me say this right here, right? If the only way I could lose is if I'm dead, I like my motherfucking shit.
Motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? If the only way I can lose is if I'm dead, I like my chances. And I mean, I'm just keeping it right real with you. Because
so that will conclude that.
if the only way I can lose is if I'm dead, I like my chances.
So that will.
A little ability will go a long way with a dog like that.
And you know what? But it would. But I would take my chances in trying to add that. Like, man, I've seen some great ability, rough fucking dogs walk away from dogs that they just like. This motherfucker just won't quit. See,
but it happens all the time.
These them smart dogs. We like, oh, this motherfucker smart. Sometimes they can be just too smart. Like, and they just start saying, man, this stupid motherfucker won't quit, man. I whooped his ass for 2 hours. This bitch is, I just won't. And every dog is not a killer. So, damn, now I gotta run into somebody who, especially if I'm like you talk about, and I'm durable, and I'm having to be a game as fuck, and I'm kind of durable. Shit, man.
You gotta love what you're doing.
Right, what I'm trying to say, but that's what I'm trying to say. I'm just going by, like, I never met his dog. You know what I'm saying? I never met his dog.
You can picture Alex.
Not durable. Listen, Alex not more durable. Yes, Alex doesn't. But this dog loves every second of what he does.
Right.
You
gotta be able to, but is his skin durable? Is he got a thick coat?
He earned that right to live in my house.
Mr. Harris, if you own Alex, would you breed him?
Today, no. Yesterday, no. The only reason is because, first and foremost, I don't keep a new dog. So therefore, I'm working like doing so. And I do feel that popularity today is just not wise, not safe. You don't necessarily have to be violating any law. But the mere fact that you have several dogs in your backyard is doing unnecessary, and it's really not worth it. So, I mean, it's unfortunate. It really is for a person like myself and a person like Jay that has grown up around the dog our entire life. It's sad.
So you're saying breeding a dog like him is more low percentage breeding?
Well, what I'm saying is, it's my intention that every generation, eventually, my dogs evolve from what they were when I started with them to what they end up being at the end. I want them to be better. Each generation should be better. Now, will every generation be better? Probably not. But each generation, you should strive for not perfection because that's impossible, but you should definitely strive for improvement. So, with that being said, if you put in mediocre or less than average dogs in there, it's going to come back. The apple don't fall if it's not going to get great. So, somebody's going to get it.
And you can't breed a dog even if.
But there's a difference, Andy. Let me just. There's a difference in a dog that comes from high ability dogs that happen to be low ability themselves. Because in that scenario, he's a freak. He's not the norm.
Well,
and he's
that's
probably
in
not
this
going to
case.
produce. In this day and age, right? Who is he winning over? We don't know.
Right.
That's another topic of this day and age in the dog. It's hard to know what's what.
Well, I will forever value gamers over anything else. The reason being is because I don't believe that gamers breeds true. You can breed two incredibly game dogs.
You've done it.
I have. And you get dogs that are just completely inferior. So it doesn't breed true.
But
Once
percentages of that.
you would sometimes. But once you lose that high percentage or decent percentage of gamers within your strain, you might as well just change strains and get out of dogs, in my opinion. Because everything else, ability-wise, skill-wise, athleticism, structure, those things breed true. You can almost breed two
Yeah.
dogs that have those traits.
It's easy to
Yeah.
breed for confirmation only.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, when
Easy.
you find a dog that's game,
Easy to breed for looks.
and if dog is a game that breeds true, now
Now we're talking.
right, and that's what I'm trying to say. So if I got a dog that damn game, I gotta try it. I gotta know.
I'll stick into any bitch on the yard.
Now, it's gameness isn't a trait that can be reproduced. It's more, is gameness a mindset? Is gameness affected by the way your upbringing on a dog? You know,
Can gamers be
confidence
manipulated?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No one knows the answer to that.
You know
You know what though? I don't think so.
To me, it's like
I don't think that.
kids that
You got it or you
are
don't.
raised by, I mean, they have everything, they have a lot of resources. I'm not talking about kids from low income, I'm talking about kids that are accessible to the best training and day in, day out, but they just don't have that competitive spirit. Because in essence, that's what we're talking about. Gameness can be equated to competitive spirit, and they just don't have it. Even though they had the best of everything. The best instructors, the best coaches, the best people, and everything. Internally, they just don't.
I think that a dog. I think that if anything, game, you got it. You got it. But I'm trying to say, I think it'll be harder for it to come out. Or you'll find out at more of a later stage with most people who with the silver spoon. Yeah, that, you know, because you got to find a reason for it to even show up.
It's like that Rocky. That Rocky, which one was it? Rocky, when he fought the Russian.
Rocky IV.
Yeah. See now, that athlete was manufactured.
Yeah.
And they still behind that. They believe that this
Perfect
example.
He had ability.
Yeah. He had everything. He had
strong.
the state of line equipment, the training, the coaches, the science, the technology, everything behind him. And they thought that would be enough to carry him over. But what did Rocky come with? Heart.
A great analogy.
He came with heart. He came with knowing, because if you remember, Apollo Creed died in that.
Apollo Creed died.
Ivan Drago.
His buddy died after facing this guy. So he came into that
They're gonna kill you, Rocky.
contest. He came into that contest knowing that the same thing could very well happen to him.
Probably would.
And he still.
What did Rocky say?
Cut me, Mick.
Refresh.
He said, "You're gonna have to kill me."
Yeah.
He said, "I don't know if he's willing to kill me." I'm gonna find the quote for you guys.
Oh,
I posted this on Canine.
No, that's in Rocky Balboa.
Yeah,
That,
Rocky Balboa.
Well,
That's the following movie.
Well, 2 movies later.
Okay,
But yeah,
it applies.
I don't know.
I don't know if he's willing to
By
do
the way,
that.
that particular Rocky movie is one of my favorite movies for that particular reason.
Core, great movie.
Yeah.
We talking about that quote. We talking about that quote. You like that quote?
Oh yeah.
That quote's great.
Yeah. But because remember his wife was giving him flowers, she didn't want him to go. And, I mean, he went all the way
Well,
over.
a couple bitches like that.
Right.
Here it is.
You're gonna have to read it.
You are
To beat me, he's gonna have to kill me, and to kill me, he's gonna have to have the heart to stand in front of me. And to do that, he's got to be willing to die himself, and I don't know if he's ready to do that. Ask him double bulldog.
Fucking perfect fucking little leeway here. What's the deal with everybody in their show dogs fucking prancing around calling this fucking bulldog?
Pet peeve of man.
Fucking pet peeve of Matt Martin. These motherfuckers have never seen a fucking bulldog before. Never mind fucking old ones.
Well, maybe their dog meets the definition of a bulldog to them.
Great point.
Good point.
We all have our own
but
interpretation.
is a show dog a bulldog?
And is the breed being damaged by having these people?
No. No, it's actually good for the breed.
They're helping them in an
Why
essence.
we spend the first half hour discussing negative things about show dogs and them breeding their show dogs?
No. Overbreeding and flooding the whole world with subpar animals.
I know what he's saying.
Interesting little thing.
See, we stuck in such a higher place, bro, because we know what we really want. It's like at the end of the day, we only control ourselves. We can't control other people. It took me a long time to learn it, and I guess it's something that just, in a way, I haven't always learned because I'm still learning. It's something that I'm still learning. A lot of times, you want more for other people than they want for themselves. You know what I'm saying? And that makes it hard. You know what I'm saying? That's what I said. We stuck in a rock and a hard place.
But the people that are in the realm that we enjoy, that take this breed, and they break the breed dry. No, but they breed every single dog based on pedigree. They base the breedings of poor decisions, no first-hand experience in actually seeing dogs do what they're meant to do, and they just keep posting these dogs for sale every which way.
Why? These dogs
Faking it, making people believe that they know what they're
they're
talking
selling other people's work, essentially.
If
And they have no recollection or no idea of what these dogs
Yeah,
are.
y'all saying the same thing. That's what
They're not breeding traits of these.
They don't, you don't even know in the hand. They never really seen them. They don't know what competition they went to. They're saying, oh, grandson of, grandmother of.
Yeah, right. And then these same people are who I consider the biggest takers of our breed. Let's go back to the givers and takers. I consider them the biggest takers of our breed because they're just polluting our breed. Dogs probably shouldn't be bred, puppies that shouldn't be in existence, getting money for these breedings, and they're not doing it for preservation of our breed.
Right.
They're doing it for glory, or just themselves, or
For the power down.
well, that's
Make
just
it
how they're
couple
fucked up they are, and whatever fucked up mentor they have. That's how fast it happens. I got into these dogs in a very weird way with some very weird folks, and now I look back and everything, and everything they did was backwards, was wrong with everything I disagree with now. Who I initially got brought into these dogs.
And those are the same guys that were having you breed dogs just to breed dogs.
Just because of pedigree. Just because I can get a couple Colby dogs that you can get $1,500 a pop. No questions asked. No, nothing. No big deal. But then I learned that. Took a couple years to figure it out. But I'm lucky I got the chance.
Right. In a way, like you said.
Peddler helped me figure it. I got my first dog. I want that. Let's start somewhere. Matt Martin, first dog. Want it? Want that. Let's start somewhere. It sucks. It's like we can all feed off each other. And it's just about bettering yourself.
That's a good question. Well, you guys are different though. You guys are family.
Yeah.
You guys are born into this.
Right, but true. Well, how you got your first dog, man?
I'll give him my first dog.
Your first dog.
Oh, the first dog? No.
My first dog came from Rough Alley.
I had great things, boxer, German Shepherd, Doberman. My first love was Doberman.
We had those for a long time.
Even when my father had bulldogs, I still love Doberman. Doberman, yeah. I still have an affinity for Doberman, but they aren't the same. They are nowhere near popularity.
What, Doberman? Nowhere near like what they was. Like, do you remember Duke Evans?
So,
He had it.
Andy, tell me about your first pit bull dog.
His name was Hennessy. Came from a guy on Avenue D named Mookie.
Street
Sup,
dog?
Mookie?
Street
Street
dog?
dog. My boy
Yeah.
Fletcher Smith, I went to high school with. Introduced me to pit bulls. You know Mookie.
And stuff now? You got bulldogs.
He had a dog at the time named Apollo, who was, to him, he was the shit. I didn't know no better. I was 16 years old. I was in high school. Apollo. I'm like, yeah, I was gassed up. Yeah.
Hang out with Brett sometimes.
So just tell me about that dog.
She was a good introduction too. I came from a Rottweiler. I had a Rottweiler.
So tell me about your first pit bull dog.
Well, then from there I got her, and she wasn't a pit. She was a shell of a pit bull, you know. From there I got another dog from a guy named Joe on the east side of. I think he's on Jefferson actually. It was a dog off of Capone.
Joe Derry?
Joe, he's a white guy.
Oh, okay.
It was a past Tinker dog. I called Habit. He wasn't exact. He wasn't off. He was off a son of Paz and Tinker. He was from Henrietta, I think, but at the time I picked the dog up off Jefferson Avenue. Yeah, and he was fight. He liked to fight. He wasn't great at it, but he couldn't tell me nothing because I didn't know no better at the time. I was like, this dog's awesome. You know. Okay, how about you two as outsiders to the ADBA show circuit? What do you take? Positive, negative? What do you guys thoughts on the ADBA show circuit? Since you guys aren't active participants in the show scene.
Personally, I like the environment. I like the fact that people are doing something productive with the dog. That's a pro. But the kind, I don't like the woolly breed, the other breed. Are they there as part of the fun show?
Not too much. I mean, sometimes they'll do fun classes. They bring a handful of
The
them.
blues are scattered in. It's easy money for the clubs.
It's not that much, but they're there. There's always a handful of them.
Yeah, I don't care for that too much.
They're there.
As a positive, negative for the, you know. I was hoping for a more in-depth answer.
What?
If they're known as their own separate breed,
I'm gonna say this right here. I enjoy myself at the show. I enjoy myself from there. I like the that the vendors are there. You know, you can buy supplies and stuff for your dogs and stuff like that. You know, I like that. I like the best condition classes and stuff like that. I just think there should be more of that type of stuff. I like that they're having the treadmill races. I'm liking that they're having tug of war.
Walk line.
Huh?
Walk line.
Real walk line.
No, Andy, we were talking, just to add different types of fun classes. That what if there's a condition like a set weight, like
All right, best condition.
best condition. This is like a completely new thing. This hasn't been done too many places. I don't think.
You call your weight. We weigh you that day. If you don't make the weight, you automatically out. You got to make the weight, and then the judge comes in there. All the dogs made their weight that they called. Then they pick the best conditioned dog. So now it's not about looks. It's about, okay, you got to also call your weight, and you got to make the weight at the specified time that the weigh-ins are at.
Right.
You know, just make it a little bit.
Just a little bit. Maybe put some cans.
And this is not my idea. This is an idea that this has already been done in Texas a year or two ago.
Hasn't been done.
Okie told me about it. It's been done in Texas a year or two ago.
Okie told you.
And it kind of went well, I guess. It was when Texas held nationals. I think some guy did this, and
Girl Stephanie in Canada has already started conditioning her dog for the Texas show in March. She already started conditioning her show because they already picked what weight.
oh, they're doing it again.
In December, they already picked out what
Kind of
weights.
cool, kind of different.
So
Very
now,
good
are
health
you
practice.
Are you competing with only dogs at your weight?
No.
No, it's just you pick your weight and then you're coming in.
If you don't make weight, you're out. You lose right off the bat.
So
You got
it's just like the real show. So if I pick 43, but I come in, long as I don't come in over 43, I'm good. So if I come in at 42 and a half, if I come in at 41 and a half, I still made weight at 40.
To me, as long as you're not over,
Right.
that's how it works. And
your dog's actually conditioned, not like these guys that are just going out
Dog
starting the dog for 2 weeks, get so you can see a little bit of rib and it looks fit. I mean, because you see these dogs every year. They have no rear ends. They're fucking
it's a little
soft.
different.
I guess there will have to be a minimum.
Be good
lower
practice
weight,
for
because
somebody.
Some people might just pick a weight that's not
Of course. But ideally, any judge that's worth their salt is not going to pick a dog that's starved down or not work. I mean, up against other dogs that work, hopefully you can tell this is a genetic freak. But all right, I got a question for you guys. What would you say to someone who's just starting out with dogs?
Don't do it. Turn back now.
Saving money?
Well, I mean,
Anybody.
Choose your mentor wisely.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah. Be smart. Only keep what you can take care of.
That's a huge thing. So,
I mean, you know, that's the biggest thing. Getting back, not changing courses, but
Right.
the pros and the cons for me, for the dog trustee, it's a generational thing, and it's coming from a whole different spectrum. You know, whereas I'm used to the dogs being tethered, raising multiple dogs, not necessarily as much hands-on as the ADBA show people seem to put question marks of those dogs. Now, I really appreciate that because for the most part, I followed that thought, good ones where you find them. So therefore, I didn't necessarily feed into the importance of nurturing the dog. You know, I say here, well, the cream of the crop will
eventually right.
and but I do now see the benefit of, you know, socializing that dog from early age, exposing that dog to different activities. Yeah, I really appreciate the people that do that. No matter what they're raising their dogs for.
Right.
But I mean, just the mere fact that they are out there daily spending a significant amount of time with their animal, and they really enjoy it.
Yeah, that's some cool shit.
You posed the question to me a while back about Lucho. It's a great question and it's a great thing, you know, because the one-on-one time that you provide to the dog, all the socialization, all the different things that he's experienced.
Right.
Versus a dog that's simply been tethered on a chain.
Right.
And lived a normal everyday life that most of these dogs live.
Right.
How does that affect a dog? Negatively, positively? Does that bring out more in the dog? Or are you wasting your time doing that stuff? You know, it's tough.
You know, it puts me in mind of conditioning programs that I was involved with years ago. And most of the time, for me, my experience, it was an isolated experience. I didn't really have people around me walking with me, you know, whatever.
Right.
So it was just me. It was really me and the animal. And by the end of the program, I've spent so many hours with this dog that because a lot of times the dog would really sleep in my bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
And quite often, like for instance, if this was in the summer, I would have to work them early in the morning before it gets hot, you know. So quite often I'll roll right out of bed and put a pair of pants. Come on, boy, and me and him we're up and down the road. And I mean, it was a beautiful experience. The animal really, it was a bonding experience. Do I feel that time bonding with my animal paid off later on? At some point, I think so.
Okay, thanks everyone for tuning into our first podcast. We hope you enjoyed it and would love any and all feedback. Also, be sure to follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/Canine Athletes and also on Instagram at Canine Athletes. Thanks, and until next time.
Trentino.
I'm the fucking man. I'm the fucking man. I'm the